Friends, you know about this news? You have been hearing for the last more than a month. But what is this news? Or when last time you heard a chorus about this news? Any news? इससे पहले कभी कोई ऐसी खबर आई थी that whole of the country was shocked? निर्भय, फिर नहीं क्यों कह रहे हो? That means from that time till now, no crime has taken place in the country. No such crime has taken place. There's a poet, Shail Chaturvedi. He is famous for writing 1.5 line poems. One of his poems is देश में अमन चैन है, full stop. ये अखबार पुराना है. Every day we have this news. What is this news? We'll analyze later on. That in India, nobody goes to jail in 7 out of 10 rape cases. Is it a news? Everybody knows. In crimes overall, it is 9 out of 10. But why it is so? Think about. We'll conclude after we finish this discussion. What this says, heinous crimes against women have seen protests erupt across the country in recent weeks. But mostly in such cases, the guilty escape punishment, fine so and so. If the investigation doesn't drag on, the trial may run indefinitely. If the trial is completed, it may result in acquittal rather than conviction. Police investigation. Example, in 2022, about 32,000 cases of rape were reported to the police across the country. Is this news believable? Only 32,000 cases. People do not go to police. Many more cases go unreported because of a number of factors, particularly family shame. Then, police were tasked with investigating about 45,000, depending on the previous count also. Not just rape, a similar issue was seen with all 11 categories of crime against women that were analyzed. They have given all the list. And this is a tip in the iceberg, I would say. Cruelty by husband or relatives, incidents 1,40,000 only. If you have proper survey in a village, hardly you will find a woman where she is not insulted by the kin, by her own family members or by in-laws. And it is only 140. Once there was a survey in village India, and it was reported that more than 85% women, married women, they admitted to having this kind of cruelty. The next question was, if that is the case, why don't you go to the police? Most of them replied, but then he is the only one who loves us also. Means they are not ready to break the ties of kinship, and they bear throughout. So all this list which is there, just an eyewash, I would say. And then trials completed and conviction rate. Look at the conviction rate. Because the sample size is very small, it seems very high. Otherwise, in general, 17.7, 25.6, 27.4, 18.5, 17.5, 20.1. Can you know why it is so? The problem is, in India, you have laws. And many of the laws are very good. The question is, where is law enforcing? दिल्ली में अगर एक पुलिसमैन बनना है, कांस्टेबल बनना है, तो मेरा ख्याल है कि 10 लाख से ज्यादा की रिश्वत देनी पड़ती है आपको. तो आप क्या सोचते हो वो पूरा नहीं करेगा उसको? यू स्टार्ट विद द करप्शन, यू एंड अप विद द करप्शन. In our country, you have five times more security guards than you have policemen. एक गांव में कितने सिक्योरिटी गार्ड चाहिए? मैक्सिमम 2। एक कॉलोनी में कितने चाहिए? अगर से 10,000 हाउसेज हैं तो मैक्सिमम 6 या 8। So where are these? With the corporates. Corporates में आप you will find that everything is going on smooth. Though there also we have these complaints, but most of them are washed under the carpet. सामने ही नहीं आती। लेकिन यहां जो है problem not laws but flaws with the enforcement. This is what I'm telling you about. In 2022, about 4.5 lakh incidents of crime against women were reported, which is more than 50 criminal acts against women every year. Again, it must be underreporting. Many seriously underreported. आपको पता होगा कि number of crimes which are committed in the US compared to India, it is 9 times more. Why? Because every case is reported there. Then that is just tip of the iceberg. Different countries have. Of course, the Northeast it is much safer, and Delhi is the worst. If Delhi is worst, should Bombay be much far? They won't count it. And sample size also does matter. Crimes, they are there everywhere, and of course, whenever anything negative happens to the society as a whole, the major section of the society that suffers is women and children. Always. Firstly, weaker sections compared to those who are higher ups, and secondly, within the weaker sections, it is women and children. But this survey does not include that category. What is the solution to these crimes? Why people commit crimes, that is my issue. Whether it is corruption, whether it is rape, whether it is murder, do you think there is a psyche that is working behind? I think I have talked previously also. Solution to every problem lies in our socialization. Why the crimes are increasing? Because nobody is bothered about the socialization. Previously, the third generation would take care of grandparents. And the values of human rights, everything more than your constitution, these were imbibed. And in thinkers, you will study about basic personality. Basic personality develops first at home and then during primary school, at the best middle school. Does our education orient you in that direction? So if the rate is increasing, then why to cry unnecessarily? The system itself is responsible for that. And of course, we are a part of the system. Ego clashes here, there, everywhere. You tell your daughters that you are as good as boys, but you don't tell your sons that the daughters are as good as you. तो होता क्या है कि एक 18 साल की लड़की इज गोइंग टू ए मार्केट से 8 इन द नाइट, 11 साल 12 साल का बेटा जो है उसके साथ भेज दिया जाता है कि जाओ बहन के साथ जाओ. Is this the way to treat your children? You do it because the environment is of that kind. But who creates the environment? If there are people who are doing it, why don't we raise the voice? For you people, it's just a question of general studies. इश्यू है, causes लिख दो, consequences लिख दो, impact लिख दो, solution लिख दो, हो गया. Society as a whole is least bothered about And this happens because people know that when they commit crime, they can escape. Even if you have strong laws, it makes no difference unless enforcement is there. अब ममता जी कह रही हैं डेथ पेनल्टी कर दो, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट भी कहेगी ठीक है लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट कर दो. But what is the guarantee that it will improve law enforcing? Right from your first posting, if you are not appointed as an honest person, forget about that throughout your life you will be honest. शुरू में ऑनेस्ट होकर के बाद में करप्ट हो सकते हो, पर शुरू में अगर करप्ट हो तो बाद में करप्ट ही रहोगे. If you realize that we are a part of the society and we are responsible for everything that happens, so we must raise our voice. We must defend the people, the victims, at the cost of the other group. Even if they are powerful, let it be. A strong group with large numbers is more powerful than any mafia. So if you speak up, like Mukti Board used one sentence, अभिव्यक्ति के सब खतरे अब उठाने ही होंगे, तोड़ने ही होंगे गढ़ और मठ सब. All these mafia groups, they stand to be isolated and punished. Otherwise, this is a news, and this kind of news will keep repeating and repeating. Irony is that we thought that we have learned a lesson from Nirbhaya, but thereafter, hundreds of Nirbhayas have been sacrificed. There was a song in pre-independence. It said, रावण ने सिया चुराई थी, सोने की लंका जलाई थी, अब लाखों सीतें हरी गई, हम लंका जलाना भूल गए. The criminal must be punished. Only then the crime will stop. It will never stop, but chances will be the least. So onus lies on all of you and me. Of course, I belong to the generation that is finished its timing. You are the incoming generation, I'm the outgoing. So if you want to see the country in a better position, you have to speak out. And once you are in a position, obviously your voice will matter more. Today you have social media, you can speak up there, but you don't. अरे मेरी वीडियोस पे कमेंट नहीं करते आप लोग कि कल को हमें ब्यूरोक्रेट होना है, पता नहीं सरकार क्या करेगी. सरकार को और कोई काम नहीं है क्या? Learn to express, and that is the only way to find solution to the problems. Unless you recognize the problem, forget about the solution. Got it?